In this video, we're going to go over how to order a memory mate in our SOS online ordering system. So you can see I'm already in the memory mates catalog here, and I have the first memory mate chosen, diagonal Any Sport. And I'm going to go over here on the right side, click on load images, and just select a few of our sample images here. And now you see them loaded over on the right hand side. I've also named each file on the individual ones with the player's name and then the team name on the team picture, and you'll see when I drag the team picture into the team slot, it populated the Spartans as the team name in the memory mate. This other part here is just sort of a wildcard on our end saying that this text is going to become the file name when you drag in this file, and then I can crop it as needed. So now I've got Spartans Jimmy Doolittle as the player name and the team name, and up here I can just type in that this is soccer. And then the year is already populated with the current year of 2023. I can also change the font. I like this audio wide font for the memory mates if you have the space. And then this diagonal can be, you can change the color of that by going over to settings and then background color. And I'm going to start out with that color blue and then maybe sort of make it a little darker to match the player's jersey. I don't know, something like that. And now what's going to happen when I click add to cart is everything's going to stay the same, except for it's going to go into the cart. That is now in the cart. And now I can now drag in the next individual player's picture, and everything else stayed the same. The color is the same. The font of soccer is the same. All that's swapped out is the player's name. And now I can add that one to the cart. And then so once you have the memory mate set up for a team, it's as easy as swapping out the picture for the player. If you didn't name the file for each of the player or the team correctly, you can just highlight it and change this to something else, and that'll work just fine. But we like the idea of having the file names already named as you would like them to be because it makes this easier, and then you don't have to worry about whether or not you updated the player name as you added it to the cart. So just for an example of the other memory mates, I'm going to go ahead and load in the team picture again. You can also, when there's nothing in the image node, you can click on the image node and that will open up the file browser to open up an image. If you have the image node selected, you can click on this change image button to go get another image. And you can see it populated the team name, and then the player name is here. I still didn't put in a sport here. And we'll leave that one as open sans. And then click add to cart. Same thing. Everything stayed the same. I can drag in the next player's name, the next player's image, and if it's named properly, it'll swap out the player's name, add to the cart, and once you're done, you can go to the cart and check out. When you're in the cart, you can also double check that you did the font correctly or that you did the text correctly. Down here it's saying what the player name is, and you could also go verify what you have over here with the images. The images don't show up over here by default on a memory mate because there's more than one image. We're not sure which one to show there, so you click on the little icon and you'll see all the images. And we're going to go back to the memory mates. And so up here at the top, these two are already designed as memory mates. If you want to design your own, then we have a few different examples here. These two, memory mate 1 and memory mate 2, don't have any text. So if you had your own background and you wanted to control everything that was going to go here, then you can use this. I'll drag in the player and the team pictures, and now when I click here, I could go get, I don't have a good example of what would go here, but this would be your own design of what the rest of the memory mate's gonna be. And then this other one is exactly the same. It's just the layout of the player and the team picture is a little different. This one has them separate. This one has them overlapping a little bit. And then you would use your own design for the background of the memory mate. These next two are the same, except for we're putting all the text here, so you could have your own background here. I've actually found a couple just on Unsplash, free images. This one had a soccer ball in it, but I end up liking it with the soccer ball covered up here, and now I can drag in the team picture, and we'll drag in an individual picture. And then we'll name the sport as soccer. And now you're back to a memory mate, but without using one of our canned design. This could be your own design, or maybe this could be a picture of your soccer field or your school or something like that to make this a more personalized memory mate. You can also change the justification of the text. So we started out with it right justified, but you can change it to be left justified if this is the way your design on the background was going to work out. You can also change the font on any of these. And then again, as you add it into the cart, all those things are going to change, or all those things are going to stay fixed. And then you can just swap out the player's picture each time. So there's two versions that work like this. This one has the text in a little bit of a different spot than this one. I think this one also has larger text up here. If you're doing a longer name sport that doesn't want to fit, that actually fit. Depends on what the font is you can use. So like with this audio wide font, field hockey doesn't fit in there. But if you use a different font, I think Share is the narrowest one. Right, I believe Share is the narrowest one. So that you're not allowed to increase or decrease the size of the font. You'd have to change the name to be a little bit shorter or use a font that will fit more in there. Then down at the bottom we have a couple of different layouts that are a couple of different memory mates that are a different layout, where it's just a full 8x10 and then an inset small image. On this particular one, the team name is still down at the bottom along with the year, and then the full image would be the player's picture, or maybe this is a graphic with the player with some lightning or something. I don't know. I've seen different examples of this type of a memory mate. So we have this one where it's putting the team name and the year down below, and then this one is just completely blank. So you could put the team picture there and then a player name up above, but there's no text. So this would maybe be your design where all of this is a graphic and then the team name and the team image just goes here. So that's about it for the memory mates. If you go on to our website and find the memory mates section, these are downloadable. This is just a JPEG, but you could download this file to use as sort of a template for where the blank space is and where the images are. So you would be able to know where you can have your logo and your text show up on the background image for each one of these customizable ones. So this one with the text, you'd be able to see where you can drop in your own design and not cover up any of the text that's already being put in there or the images. If you had an idea for a different type of memory mate than what we already have, please let us know and we'll see if we can add it in.